Hello, class 11 students. I'm very sure you all had a great examination of your ICSE or CBSE. And yes, with the dreams in your eyes, you want to make big in your life. And yes, you all know accountancy paper is very, very, very important. This paper has the power to fulfill a lot many of your dreams. If you intend to open a factory, you intend to take a loan, this paper accountancy is going to help you. We need funds, and yes, nobody in this world, even the Tatas, the Ambanis, the Birlas, they all have taken money from the investors. So, if you have a dream in your eyes, you want to do something big in your life, and you don't have money, don't worry. If you have a perfect knowledge of accountancy, I will teach you today how your knowledge of accountancy can help you fulfill your dreams. So, are you ready, my friends? Fasten your seatbelts to the journey of accountancy. Before we go bookish, I would like to give you a brief overview. Right now, I am not delving much into the three golden rules of accountancy. If you are expecting, yes, sir is going to throw a bouncer right now about the three golden rules, no. If you want to know the reason, I don't want to start with something called rules because generally we do not challenge the rules. We are supposed to accept the rules. But I believe that is against the curiosity. We need to stay curious. Before accepting any rules, let's go and challenge. Let's go and investigate. So, my friends, I am not here to lecture. Lectures are very boring. Nobody likes lecturing these days. So, let's be the CIDs. Let's get to understand why the rules were made. What are the benefits of following these rules? So, what is accounting? This should be the first question in your mind. What is accounting and why does it exist if there was no accounting? Are you thinking like that? No, 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 no. Never think like that. Because today we will discuss the merits of accounting. I would rather say the entire human race today is standing on the pillars of accounting. How old is accounting? So, the question is, what is accounting and why does it exist? But before I answer that, let's go back to history. Let's try and understand how old is accounting. Clay tokens were used in Mesopotamia 7,000 years ago. 7,000 years ago, and these were the tokens, different types of tokens. These tokens were used for cows. These tokens were used for the wheat. These tokens for sheep. And let's say these tokens for the wives. You never know, 7,000 years ago, how many wives they used to keep. Well, jokes apart. Later on, somebody suggested instead of keeping tokens or symbols or stones, well, why were they keeping? Of course, my friends, to keep account of the inventories. Everybody wanted to keep account. Okay, I have 100 cows. I have 500 goats. And I have 200 wives. Fine. So, later on, somebody suggested instead of keeping these tokens, take a clay slate and with a white chalk, you can just draw lines instead of keeping the stock of inventories in a black clay stone. So, well, this is how we can conclude accounting is really very, very old. And why was it used? To keep a track of the inventories. Now, you might ask, what is inventory? Inventory is the stock. If I am having 10 coats, that can be called as my inventories of quote. Since it was 7,000 years ago, the business world as we know today was not there. Much of the dealings were with crops or livestock. Now, well, if you see the last line of the slide is bookkeeping, the earliest form of writing. Well, in this example, we do not have a book here. We had a clay slate. So please consider slate keeping as bookkeeping. The idea behind bookkeeping is you are recording. You are putting a mark against one cow, one mark. Against two, two mark. So, well, that is called bookkeeping. So, the question is bookkeeping the earliest form of writing? Point is, with this question, what I'm trying to emphasize is how important accounting is. And with the process of accounting, maybe humans started even writing. Writing became that important because keeping a track of your inventories were important. So if you want to keep a track of something, somewhere or the other, you need to systematically record it. You need to have an information. You need to know what you have. Why do you need to know? My darlings, if you know, then only you can decide. Then only you can come to a correct decision. Without proper knowledge, how can you make a proper and a correct decision? Sir, what is the difference between bookkeeping and accounting? We would discuss that. So, can we safely conclude if humans started writing, bookkeeping is the earliest form of writing? We can assume that. Now, let me answer what is accounting. We all like numbers. So, first point is it has to be quantitative. When we say about accounting, it has to be quantitative, it has to deal with numbers. And the second point is money. We all love money. So, when we speak about accounting, quantitative, that is numbers, financial, that is money, and yes, these accounting should be of use to us. And these accounting, they're very practical. They're not much of theoretical. Though CBSE and ISC students wake up theoretical framework, we got to score 15 out of 15 CBSE students. Don't worry. And yes, the theory process of accounting is again another 35 marks for CBSE students. ISC students also, at least 30 marks of theory. And trust me, we would discuss the theory and I will mix the theory in such a way it gets mixed in your blood. Don't worry, just enjoy the class. You need not write anything. These are just a very brief introduction. Don't worry about any definitions if you don't know, because this is not the beginning of bookish studies. This is not the beginning of studies for your exam. This is just an overview. Today you should know exactly what accounting is. So we have covered bookkeeping. Now accounting has to be useful. It is practical. It is not theoretical. And how is this accounting useful, my friends? It becomes useful because of the decisions. A good decision can change your future. And yes, marriage is, of course, a very important decision. It can change your future. But here, we are not discussing about marriage. We are discussing about accounting. Accounting decisions are useful because we use the past in the present situation to construct a new future. This is what accounting is, my friends. So, we know about bookkeeping, we know about accounting. Now let's discuss the flavors of accounting. Like ice creams, we have different flavors, different flavors of ice cream. So come, let's get to know about the flavors of accounting. Like we go to an ice cream parlor and we want to taste different flavors of ice cream. Here I present to you, my friends, bookkeeping. And yes, do not underestimate bookkeeping because it all begins from bookkeeping. So, Adam and Eve of accounting, it's bookkeeping. Second flavor, financial accounting. And yes, this financial accounting, are we doing it for ourselves? We are basically doing it for outsiders. Sir, but financial accounting, I think we are doing it for ourselves. Much of it, we are doing it for outsiders. You need to trust me, and I will explain you how and why with proper reasons. You just need to be patient, my friend. Financial accounting, once more, are we doing it for ourselves? No. Financial accounting, we are not doing for ourselves. Ourselves means, are we doing it for our organization? Of course, if I divide it into a ratio, maybe 25% for me and my organization, but 75% of financial accounting is done for outsiders. And who are those outsiders? The lenders of money or our investors. Now we have the third flavor. The third flavor is managerial accounting. Yes, my friends, this is for us. This is about the daily decisions the managers take to run the show. And these are absolutely secretive. Andar ki baat, andar ki khabar. Yes, I can read your mind, my friends. You have a question. I can hear it. Sir, what is the difference between financial accounting and managerial accounting? Why is it for outsiders and why managerial accounting is for insiders? See, my friend, when we do a business activity throughout the year, do we want to share our secrets with the outside world? We definitely do not want. But business cannot be done in isolation. The business world is totally connected to the outside world. Sir, outside world? Yes, my friends. Are you not connected with your suppliers? Are you not connected with the bank who gave you the loan? Are you not connected with the tax system of the country? So you are connected. Are you not connected with a future prospective investor who is thinking of investing certain money on your company? Or you want certain investor to put in his money on your dreams? If you have a dream of opening a big factory, you just started in a small way, but you have your projections, you have your profitability statements, and you know that yes, this business has merit, and you want to approach to the world and you want to say, please finance me, fund me, I can make big, not only for myself but for everybody around. You need an investor, my friend. Are you going to give your absolute secret to the investor? Definitely not. But that investor would require certain summary, certain reliable information through which that investor can decide, okay, it seems merit to put in my money on this company, on this fellow's dream. When we give a summary statement, that is balance sheet. When we give our profitability statement, which we say as profit and loss statement, or when we prepare a cash flow statement, and when we take these three summary statements to our investor, that information is primarily made by me or my organization, but to influence the outsider. To influence the outsider, to help the outsider help me. That outsider, that investor needs to take a correct decision, and I need to help the investor to help me. That investor is going to go through the summary, and that summary is called balance sheet. Once again for you, my friends, that summary is called profit and loss. That summary is called cash flow. And all these three are called as financial accounting, my friends. Financial accounting for outsiders. Your supplier is absolutely keen to know your internal position, Are you in the position to pay your supplier? And yes, that supplier would be keen to know the summary statements. Coming to managerial accounting for insiders, we are going to discuss in detail. So just be little patient about managerial accounting. Right now, I can give you a small hint. Managerial accounting is all about the daily decision making process. The daily, sir, what type of decision? Imagine a situation, I'm a company who's manufacturing shirts, and now I would like to venture into trousers, and I would like to decide. I'm a company manufacturing black shoes, but now I want to decide, should I also start manufacturing brown shoes? This is just a few examples with managerial accounting, reports for insiders, reports for managers who want to run the show on a day to day basis, who want to take advantage of the competition. Managerial accounting serves as a tool, as a competitive tool to upset your competitors. You have a better information about your organization, you have a better information about the market, you study, you evaluate, you calculate, and yes, boom, you decide and you succeed and you feel like a winner. That is all about managerial accounting, my friends. So, are you ready to taste the fourth flavor? Well, guys, if you are in India, welcome to Indian tax system. Indian tax system, if you are doing business, you need to pay taxes. So, an organization is preparing basically three types of reports or three types of books of accounts organizations are maintaining. Well, I'm not talking about anything shady or anything illegal. Oh, they're making three types of accounts, three types of books they're maintaining. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't take it in the wrong sense. Whenever reports are being made, whenever books of accounts are being made, one purpose is to serve the outsiders. That is called financial accounting, my friend. One purpose is to keep on the competitive engine on, to keep the competition, to kill the competition, to win over the competition, to take the daily decision, to calculate the profit margin, to fix up the cost. All these reports and various others which we are going to discuss falls under the category of managerial accounting. Now coming down to taxes. You need to prepare your statement of accounts for tax system. We will discuss in detail at a later stage, but let me tell you one simple thing. Separate books are made for tax system. We will discuss a concept called accrual basis. The financial accounting is done on accrual basis. I know you guys do not know what I mean by accrual basis, which I am going to discuss shortly. But tax is made on cash basis. So there are two different bases to make the financial statements. So can we conclude? Bookkeeping. What is bookkeeping? The first flavor. What is bookkeeping? Bookkeeping means systematically recording the transactions as and when it is happening in a chronological order. It is talking about a system. Wait for some more time. I'm going to discuss about Google. I'm going to discuss about Coca-Cola. And yes, you would certainly know more about bookkeeping. So bookkeeping, it all starts with bookkeeping. Each and every transaction is recorded. Financial accounting means arranging the records of bookkeeping, preparing a profit and loss statement, preparing a balance sheet, preparing a cash flow statement, and yes, these are made in a systematic manner for outsiders. Managerial accounting for insiders. And yes, who the insiders are? The managers of the company, the directors, the BOD, that is Board of Directors. And yes, the fourth flavor was income taxes.